All right, this week is Teacher Appreciation Week across the country, and it comes as the shortage of educators nationwide is getting worse. According to Chalkbeat, a nonprofit news organization covering public education, the number of teachers leaving the profession now is at a record high. Joining us now, President of the National Education Association, Becky Pringle. She also is a middle school science teacher. Becky, it's great to have you back with us. And as we celebrate this Teacher Appreciation Week, I think all of us can think of a whole bunch of teachers who've changed our lives. I think of teachers who are changing my kids' lives right now, and we are so grateful for them, but we need to hang on to them. So what is going on with this attrition among teachers leaving the field?
It's good to be back with you, Willie. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week to all of the teachers and honestly all of the education support professionals and nurses and counselors, all of the caring adults in our schools that make the development and learning of our students possible. There's no question that this year we are focused on one word: more. When we talk about appreciation, we have to talk about more than just showing that appreciation. We have to talk about action. We have to talk about having appreciation more than just one day, more than just 1 week. It should be every day, all day, every week of the year. That's because teachers are more than teachers, and they do so much more. You know, I taught science, Willie, for over 30 years. I taught middle-level learners the wonders of science, and I can tell you, even then, as a teacher, I was standing the gaps for our students, but so much more is expected of teachers today, and they're taking on so much more. We have to take action to make sure that they not only are staying in our classrooms, but we bring more of our students in to our classrooms as teachers.
Hey, Becky, obviously we've had this conversation on Teacher Appreciation Week in the last couple of years, talking about the after effects of the pandemic, but it seems like, and that's still very real, but it seems like for so many teachers now, the issue is of safety. We've obviously had a number of school shootings tragically in the last few months. Talk to us a little bit about teachers that you talk to each and every day. How worried are they about their safety and the safety of their children because of the threat that guns pose in classrooms?
There's no question that has changed our schools and our communities. The reality that we're spending so much time on preparing students for assault weapons coming into their schools instead of focusing on their instruction. You know, we're coming up on commemorating so many children and adults being killed in Uvalde. And we know that that will impact not only that community, but students and teachers all over this country as they think about the fact that they are not always safe from assault rifles. So we are continuing our work to ensure that we pass legislation that is comprehensive, the common sense, that take assault rifles out of our schools and our communities, that increase the background checks, that make sure that we are doing everything we possibly can to keep our students safe.
Yeah, Becky Pringle, let me just ask you, Jonathan mentioned the pandemic that had such a big effect on teachers and students. My own son, a teacher in a middle school, dealt with virtual learning for those 2 years. Are there any lessons from the pandemic that we should learn when it comes to public education?
Oh, Susan, there are so many lessons. First of all, we had the light shining on the inequities in this country, not only in the education system, but in the healthcare system, in the housing system, in the economic system. We saw on full display those inequities that impacted our Black and brown and indigenous communities the most, our students with disabilities, our students living in poverty. We saw that they didn't have the tools they needed as we went to virtual learning. But that's always been true. That was not new. Just people were realizing that reality. So as we continue to try to recover from the pandemic, we cannot take that light off of those inequities. And we've got to invest in our public schools, invest in our communities, invest in our students.
So, Becky, as we're talking about the pandemic here, Dr. Anthony Fauci a couple weeks ago gave an interview where he conceded that the word he used was deleterious effects of the schools being closed so long. And he sort of said, I'm not the one who closed the schools. I just gave my medical opinion the best I could. So with the benefit of some hindsight now, do you believe the schools were closed too long? Now that we know that young people tolerate COVID relatively well, or at least better than some, and that the schools, in fact, were some of the safest places in communities, should they have been open sooner?
You know, Willie, one of the things that I did in working with schools and educators and parents and community members all over this country, I said that as we go through a pandemic, that no one understood or knew about or knew how to get through, that we needed to follow the science. As a science teacher, that's where I start. We need to listen to the disease experts, infectious disease experts, and then we needed to come together to figure out what was best for our students. I actually visited a school in Western Pennsylvania with First Lady Dr. Jill Biden, who is still teaching and an NEA member, and that school was open in the spring of 2020, and the reason they were able to open is because they did all of those things that I said. As we look back on what we just decided to do, and as we look forward to what we need to do, one thing is true, and that is that we have to accept our shared responsibility for the learning of our students. That's why we are focused on community schools, so they can get the health care and they can get the dentistry they need. They can get the mental health supports, which is a huge issue in our schools. We can make the schools the hub of a community in a powerful way, and we can close not just the academic gaps, Willie, but we have social and emotional gaps that our students are coming to us every day with, and we need to share that responsibility to give them what they need and what they deserve.
As you say, we need to appreciate and support our teachers. We thank all of them. We're so grateful for them, especially on this Teacher Appreciation Week, including you, Becky, for your 31 years of service as a teacher. Thank you for being with us. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Willie. It was good to be with you.
Good to see the president of the National Education Association, Becky Pringle. And that